Hi everyone, um, Phil Travis here, and this is part of our journey in Europe in which we are going to begin exploring Roman sites from Rome, Italy, all across Western Europe. And we're starting our journey here at the northernmost expanse of the Roman Empire, near the border of Scotland in Northumberland, England, at Hadrian's Wall. Um, so over the next, several videos, we'll start up here in what was then Roman Brittany, and we'll move down through to the south of France, ultimately to Rome, exploring some of the most significant sites of the Roman Empire. So we're here at Hadrian's Wall, and Hadrian's Wall, the fact that you're in Northumberland, you're almost in Scotland, it really is a testament to the massive expansion of Rome during the empire. Um, this wall was built during the time of the Emperor Hadrian, and it was begun being constructed in 122 CE or AD by the Emperor Hadrian, and it was at really the height of Rome's imperial expansion. This structure, we're actually in one of the forts. It's a turret, and this turret, it's called Willowford East, and this turret went up several stories, much higher than what it is now. This is what's left, but of course the wall itself and the turrets would have gone up, upwards of maybe 14 or 15 feet, and would have been around about, in many places, as much as 6 feet wide, give or take. In some areas it could be more narrow. In other areas it would be maybe a little bit wider than that. The stones for this wall were quarried of limestone from this area, and these were done during a period of the Roman Empire when Rome was becoming greatly overextended, and they had a number of revolts in Judea, in Palestine, in Egypt, and of course they were also having difficulties in some of the European areas, particularly in Brittany, where they had to deal with so-called barbarian revolts and so forth in this far expanse. And so Hadrian built structures like this to try to maintain defense before expansion. Now, how effective this wall was at keeping so-called barbarians out probably wasn't that effective. There were many garrisons, mile forts, which housed troops. Garrisons like this, which could for a short period house a number of soldiers that would man these turrets and defend against potential barbarian attacks, as the Romans would have called them, but probably overall not terribly effective. And of course, the overextension of Rome was part and parcel to the demise of Rome. And interestingly, one of the problems, of course, as Rome became a huge, overextended empire, was finding willing soldiers. And so as a result of that, as Rome required more and more soldiers to serve in far-flung areas, they actually offered incentives to get people to join the service ranks as auxiliaries, non-citizen auxiliaries. So individuals who were not citizens of Rome, who served in the Roman military, would be given the incentive of serving in the military to gain Roman citizenship. If you served in the military and survived for 25 years, you would gain citizenship as a Roman citizen. And this was one of the ways that Rome incorporated non-Roman people into the citizenry of Rome, and it was one of the ways they encouraged people to serve in the ranks of the Roman military during the height of the Roman Empire. And of course, this is the full expanse of the Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire would begin to decline a number of, over the next subsequent several centuries, it would begin to decline, ultimately coming to an end, at least referring to the Western Roman Empire in the latter 400s Common Era. If you look over here real quick before we close this video, this is a little depiction here that shows you what this wall and this fortress would have looked like at the time of its full completion, of its full stature. As you see, this would be a turret manning part of Hadrian's Wall that would have been trying to maintain an active defense against so-called barbarian hordes in the area of Brittany, in the northernmost reaches of the Roman Empire.